Intercoin essentially is about launching a payment platform to allow any community to have its own currency.
Intercoin is a native token, bridge currency between communities, and be interoperable between blockchains.
Hey everyone, I'm Greg.
Hi, I'm Jason.
And together, we started a company called Intercoin in late 2017. And even until now, decentralized crypto just hasn't gone mainstream.
It's been 10 years since Bitcoin was introduced, and hardly anyone uses it to actually pay for things. The dream of cryptocurrency replacing fiat in everyday transactions has not come true. What happened?
One reason is because it just doesn't scale technologically to support that volume of transactions. The second reason is Bitcoin is limited in supply, so it keeps rising in price. Nobody wants to spend it if it's going up in price.
Most cryptocurrencies became a store of value and speculative investments, and they are not being used by people as a medium of exchange. So, what if someone built a payment network designed to work more like the internet? That's Intercoin.
We use a distributed system, DLT, that is I like to call beyond blockchain or a non-blockchain.
Intercoin is attempting several different approaches to scaling, but one of the things that handles the local coffee transaction is that would be implemented at the community coin level, where the community coins would each be storing their own local transactions, and that these would not be broadcast out to the whole network. When someone is doing a transaction then between communities, it would go through Intercoin.
Your currency is only really for your community. It always circulates within your community, so you never really run out of it. This is an important point. You can run out of dollars, you can run out of euros, but when you issue your own currency, it's circulating in your city. None of them have had a successful universal basic income released like Alaska does. And that's because they are trying to fund it using federal currency. They're trying to get enough dollars into their fund and then distribute the fund. The problem with that is that money will leave the economy. People will buy things on Amazon. People will go on Robinhood and invest in cryptos, and that doesn't go into the city. So they're not buying local, they're not doing anything local. What they need to do is do the UBI, but pay it out in their own city's currency.
Bitcoin is actually a reversion to commodity money as a way of trying to address the flaws and the mistrust that we have in the dominant money system, the fiat money system. It can serve to some extent as a stopgap, but it's not the ultimate solution.
But these are always going to be subordinated to the enormous concentration of power within the economic system, which affects everything.
I think out of all the ideas I've heard in the space, this is probably the single biggest market that is possible. Intercoin essentially could be the one intermediary that links almost all communities worldwide, regardless of what they do. Not only in terms of commerce, but almost any other actions that community does.
But if you just have your currency, how do people cash it out? Intercoin helps with that.
The advantage is that people start to prefer paying local vendors because they don't want to lose that 10% cashing out and paying Amazon. Vendors begin to prefer paying local workers, so they no longer outsource a lot of their stuff. And the local economy is strengthened.
A lot of investors want to invest and pre-buy these tokens because we are actually solving payments. Intercoin essentially is a limited supply, and the more communities need Intercoin to power their community, the more demand there is for it.
As long as there is a need to exchange value in some form, Intercoin as a simple implementation can achieve that.
Democracy, poverty reduction, and cryptocurrency.
Intercoin is a revolutionary way to solve the many failings of economics today. Instant transactions, real transparency, and true democratic control of policy. Sound money, individual choice, true democracy. These are the values we promote. You've seen just a few possible applications of Intercoin. Once Intercoin launches, Developers around the world will come up with lots of new ways to help communities manage their own money. And that's why we're so excited about this project. Intercoin, empowering communities.